my live. Like I did say that I will be coming back on again. And I know that many of you are waiting. You're waiting for the next topic, the next hot, booming topic. Well, anyway, many of you already know me. Once again, is your girl Adez. So, the second part of the topic that we'll be talking about what behavior could lead to sexual abuse. So, as we start, now anyone can experience sexual harassment and violence. Now, the research shows that girls are they are more affected. So in PCC found out that 90% of recorded offense of rape in 30 so practically in around the age 13 to 15 years old were committed against girls. Now, many of us, I'm sure that many of you have done research on that, and is actually giving you a full info of how girls are sexually harassed and going through violence. Now, the thing is, every year since 2020, every single year that young girls, not even just young girls, but both young, middle-aged, and even elderly people that are facing this problem. Every year, young girls, middle-aged, elderly people are targeted. Every year, every single year, there's always something going on. Especially when you switch on the TV and you hear that a 13-year-old girl or 15-year-old girl has been raped, or a 45-year-old woman or 80-year-old woman has been raped. Now, this nowadays, people are being targeted. It is a really serious problem. Hi. Wow. Hey, you're from England. Wonderful. Welcome to the show. So as I was saying, this is a very, very big problem. It's such a big problem to the society. And that's why we need to come to a solution. We need to make sure that our voices are heard, because to me it's like we actually scream, we shout, we spread the message across, but it's like where the message is not even being heard. We need to let the government know. We need to let him know that we cannot continue to tolerate this. We need to let them know. We need to let the whole world know. We need to let everybody know that this abuse, this sexual harassment, violence, it cannot be tolerated. I mean, tell me, in the morning, when you go out, like if you're going to work, if you're scheduled to go to work, tell me, are you not afraid? Are you not scared that you're walking on your own, and then you have that kind of feeling that somebody is watching you? because it does happen. It does happen. It does happen a lot. It does happen a lot. Hi, Prince. Welcome. You're laughing. Why, Prince? Why are you laughing? No, I'm actually telling you that this is actually what happens. It's something that happens all the time. It happens all the time. So I remember which I think I've told you guys about this story before, but correct me whether or not I'm right, whether or not if I did. But there's a, there's this program there's this program ooh, okay, don't worry. There's this program that I used to watch called Sense in Murder. So this girl, a girl, she at the time she was 15 years old. She went to she always goes and sees her friend. They go out and they go out, spend time with each other, party, and then so this is what they always used to do when they were young, and they have a curfew. They have a curfew that at 9:30 that both the parents has set a curfew for them that 9:30 that they need to be back in their house. So the father of the young girl that I'm talking about, she was supposed to get home at 9:30 on the dot, but she never made it home. But her friend normally what actually happens is that whenever the friend visits her, what the other friend does is that she will assist her and walk her halfway. That she doesn't actually take her home, but she walks her halfway in the middle of the road. So that's what they've always been doing since they were young. So now this girl was supposed to get home at 9:30 on the dot, but she didn't make it home. So her father was very, very worried. Her father was worried out of his mind that where's my child? Where's my daughter? It's 9:30. The time was ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking. 9:30 passed, 10, 10:30, 11, 12 o'clock, midnight, into the early mornings. Yet his daughter did not come home. So around 2 a.m. in the morning, the father had to call the police. He had to call the police and tell the police that, look, listen, that I need you guys to find my daughter. My daughter's missing, and she was supposed to be home at 9:30, and up until now she has not returned home. Now actually, that girl is dead. A guy actually, because the girl was trying to come home. She was trying to come home. A guy out of nowhere was following her. This guy was following her with his car. The guy was following her. Then what he now did was that he drove to the side of the road, and actually tricked and deceived this girl. The guy was pretending as if she was lost, but he wasn't lost. So what the guy now did, so he tricked her, deceived her, showed her a map, and said to the girl that, oh, I'm looking for this place. So now what the guy now did was that as the girl came close to him, he now shoved this girl into his car and now drove her and took her to an unknown place. This guy had his way with her. He took her to an unknown place, parked the car, took the girl out of the car, started beating her with a spanner. After he beaten her, dragged her out of the car and took her to a bush. He actually took her to a bush and stripped this girl naked. This girl was actually naked. And after, what he now did to even make matters worse is that he had a rope, and he tied it around this girl's neck. Hi Daisy, welcome. He now tied it around this girl's neck and strangled her until this girl gave up. This girl, I know. Yeah, I'm trying to I'm giving an example of what can actually happen. So anyway, so this girl gave up, and then now what this guy did, he pretended as if nothing even happened. He abandoned the girl and left her. So now what happened was that after some time, so after the father called the police, then now psychics, they were now called in, because the police, they were finding it hard to track down the killer of the girl. So these psychics, they were called in to investigate the case, and with their psychic powers, they managed to break through. They described the guy, even went as far as sketching the guy with the police officers, and eventually eventually they actually found the guy. So simply, what I'm actually trying to say, these are the kind of things that actually happens when it comes to sexual harassment and violence. These are the kind of things that happen. These are what it can lead to. And that's why we need to be, we as individuals, we need to be very careful. We need to be so careful especially when it comes to us going out. We need to be very careful. Sorry, I don't quite understand what you said there. Something that it can't be serious. No, this is actually a serious thing. This is a serious thing that actually happens. This is what happens like nearly every day, really. So simply, what I'm trying to say is that we as individuals, we need to be very, very careful. We need to be careful of our movement. We need to be careful with the way, with the way we go out on our own. I mean, not to say that we shouldn't go out on our own, but it's more safer, and it's more better that if you are going out, that you go out with somebody that you know. It's good that you go out with someone that you know, like your like a family member or a close family friend. Yeah, psychic powers. Yeah, yeah. So so it's good that you move out with close, like either family members or a close friend or a close family friend, really, because now we are living in a country that is not safe anymore. The country is no longer safe. Nobody is safe again. It's just like where you go out, and it's like where you're kind of terrified, because you don't know whether if you're going to be the next victim. You don't know. And that's why because even me myself, even when I go out, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of get a bit scared. But what I do is that before I leave my house, I say my prayers. I pray before leaving my house. I mean, I don't know for you guys, but I don't know if there's some Christians here. I don't know, but that's what I actually do before leaving my house. I say my prayers, and my prayers get me by throughout that whole day. What country are you at? I am in the UK. I'm in the UK actually. So yeah, again, like I said, yeah, I say my prayers before leaving my house, and it gets me by the throughout that very day. And yeah, and it protects me from anything bad going wrong. So I would actually recommend that to people, to some people, because yeah, it is because prayer is the key. Prayer is the key to everything. It is the key to everything. It is the key of being protected. Prayer is the key. So I would also recommend that. At the same time, that if you're leaving your prayers, I just wish that won't happen. Prince. It's because you don't have faith. That's why. You don't have faith. You really don't have faith. That's why. When you pray, you need to have faith. But nah, you're female. Got to be careful. Yeah, females. Yeah, they do. They need to be very, very careful. And that is exactly what I'm saying. That when it comes to going out, you should. your, your friend, Prince, you make me laugh. Prince, please. I don't want to laugh, because when I laugh so much, I bust into tears. I really don't want to bust into tears right now. Oh God. So I'm saying that when it comes to going out, like anywhere you're going, whether if you're going to work, and also even another thing that also is a good idea, also that is a very good idea, is that if you're at work, it's actually a good idea that, yeah, okay, faith, bad and good are going to happen regardless if you pray or not. Well, Prince, that's your belief. That's your belief. That's entirely what you believe, and that's entirely up to you. But to me, I have faith. So, as I was saying, I also recommend that if you are at work, is actually more better, and it's more safer for you to also is all safer for you and your colleague to to go home together. As in, what I mean is that, as in like if you have a very good colleague that's quite close to you, is kind of better that your colleague like assists you and drops you home, just to be on the safe side. Then and then your colleague now goes home as well. So that way both of you are safe, and also your family members or your friends. But please do not step out on your own all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't. Okay, my belief. Yeah, of course. Parents. That's what I'm saying. It's your belief, and it's entirely up to you. So I'm not objecting what you believe in or not. So, yeah, but it's common sense. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So it's actually it's very good for you to not to always go out on your own, but make sure that you are with someone. But that is like mainly like when you're off work, it's fine. It's fine. You can go out and to to do what you need to do. Do your shopping. Do whatever you need to do. Go out and have fun. But remember, please remember that there are people that are targeting you. That's the number one thing you need to remember, that people are targeting you, and you're not safe. So you need to have a safety plan in place. Also, you need to have a safety plan in place. So try your best to map out a safety plan for you, your colleague, or for someone that you know as well, is also very helpful. That will keep you safe from all these all these predators, all these abusers. So now also what they do, and what they actually do, is that they'll force them into doing things that they don't want to do. They force. Okay, to be honest, most of the stuff you are saying, people should already know. Yeah, you are right. You are right. That's what. Yeah, they should know. Yeah, they should know this. But it's actually good. It's actually good that they are more educated and more enlightened on it. Is kind of as a reminder, really. It's not that they don't know, but sometimes they can forget. So it's kind of like a reminder, a way to remind them that, look, that this. Hi Zach, how are you? Welcome. So again, it's kind of like a way of reminding yourself that, look, that when you're out there, that you are being targeted. There are people out there that are targeting you to get you, to violate you, to have their way with you. So what I'm saying is that what will be good also with a professional, please map out a plan of how to keep yourself safe. Is very, very important. And again, also, and I'm gonna say it again, to as many of the Christians out there, please also, prayer is one of the key things that will help you before leaving your house. Prayer, please, is what is keeping us going. Prince, don't worry. Don't worry. You can. That's entirely up to you. That's entirely up to you, Prince. So now does any of you have questions? Any of you have thoughts, opinions? Do let me know. Now, another thing that will actually be helpful. Again, we really need to get this. We need to get the message across, as in like an awareness. Just like, okay, what's your target audience? Oh, okay. Is actually both. Not just the girls, but it's both male and female. Actually, is both. Is both actually. So anyway, as I'm saying, another thing that is actually very helpful is another thing that's actually very helpful. There's a device. Okay, believing in fake entity is crazy. Well, Prince, that is your opinion. That is your opinion. So anyway, as I was saying, there's one device that that the police used to give to people, which actually is kind of like an alarm. But what you do is that as you open it, you pull off the chain, that is you pull off the chain that is attached to it. Then what it now does, it actually sets it makes a noise. It makes like a a noise. It makes a very strong noise, and it actually it scares the person away. Okay, so be honest with you, should talk about something else because you're just reminding people to be more scared. No, 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 Prince. Listen, I'm not reminding anyone. I'm just telling you guys how you can be safe, really. But don't worry, Prince. So anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, what it now does is that it sets off an alarm. So it actually, the whole idea is to scare that person away. So it's to scare that person that's trying to rape the person or trying to sexually violate that person. So that's the whole idea. But I don't know. I don't know whether if they're actually whether if the police are still actually giving that out. But it's actually something that is actually something that will be worth looking into, because that's another kind of device that actually keeps people safe. So anyway, guys, so all I will say to you all is that please, if you find yourself in that situation, please don't suffer yourself in silence. Do not suffer yourself in silence at all. Because we, again, and I'll keep saying it, we are individuals and we are human beings. So I don't know why it is that these abusers thinks that they can actually toil with us and think that they can get away with it. These abusers, they forget that they themselves are human beings, and they forget that they they they're victims themselves. But at the end of the day, okay, yeah, we know that the reason why they behave the way they behave is because of what they pass through in the hands of their parents. But they need to remember that none of us were not even there. We weren't even there when they were growing up. We don't even know their life. We don't know their life of when they were growing up. We don't know what they were passing through. But they have no right to transfer their aggression on us. That we that are innocent, that we don't even know anything. They don't have the right to transfer their aggression on us. So the way they're trying to the way they're trying to get their revenge, they're actually looking in the. Okay, I checked the statistics. And rape case are low in the UK. Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is now. It's improved actually. It's actually improved. But back then, it was actually quite high. Back then it was quite high, because now that the police are really dealing with all these rapists and all these predators, it's not really it's not really kind of as bad as it has been in since 2020. It's not as bad again, but there are improvements. They are real improvements, much better. But the only thing now is that I wish that the police can create more devices, even much stronger devices that they can use to they can use to that they can use to actually capture it, capture all these abusers. So, guys, please, please, if you're in that situation, please do not don't allow that abuser to go scot-free. As soon as it happens, report it. You need to report it. You need to scream, you need to shout. Don't give up. Do not give up at all until the police has dealt with that person. So anyway, guys, we have come to the end of the live. And before I go, please don't fail to subscribe, to comment, to thumb up, to like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. Once again, is your girl, Adez. See you all during the week. Bye.